Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NFL player props video. Today we're going to go over some Friday props and then a bunch of Sunday props for you. So let's go ahead and jump into the review of today and then we will get into those. All right guys, so we went 2 and 2. Not too bad. I actually forgot to go through and see if anybody chose these two best bets, so I'm going to have to do that cash prize giveaway on the next video because it's late and I'm tired and I don't want to do it right now. But I will get to that, I promise. So we went 2 for 2. Christian Watson over 3 receptions. Was looking pretty good early because he got one right off the bat. But then, nothing for the rest of the first quarter. And then it took a while to get those other ones, but he did get to 4 for us. Javonte Williams over 2.5 targets. He got there with 3. Xavier Worthy over 18.5 yards in the first 2 receptions, 13. But I also did take him on his regular receiving yards, which he did hit. But I didn't give that bet out to you, so we're not counting that. And then Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry over 1.5 anytime touchdowns. There were a lot of touchdowns in that game. Derrick Henry had one, but he couldn't get 2, and Jamar Chase could not get one. So unfortunately failed on that one. We're still above 52% on the player props. The leans, I just had one lean for you. Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and he did go over that for us. The bonus bet did not hit, which was kind of frustrating, but it was for plus money, so it was favored not to hit. But over 1.5 field goals made for Brandon McManus. He kicked one right off the bat to start the game. So I thought we were golden on that one. And then the Packers had a couple chances, to take a field goal, and they chose not to, which actually was good for them. They converted a touchdown on one of those. So, whatever it is, what it is. It wasn't favored to hit, but we were taking a chance. We did take a chance on the Cincinnati money line against Baltimore, so that was pretty awesome. Can't remember how much I even got for that, but I think it was a lot. I'm pretty sure it was like plus 300 or something like that. And then we also bet the spread, so Cincinnati plus 7. Obviously, that came through as well. All right, getting into the bets for Thursday. I only have one for you, and I did give this bet out on a basketball video a couple days ago, I think. So Cairo Santos over 1.5 field goals made. This is the Bears kicker. He's over in 100% of away games this season, which is the chart on the right, and he's over in 0% of the home games this season, which is the chart on the left. But he's at least made one in every single game. So I think that's, there's something to be said for that. This season, 60% of kickers who have gone over against the Eagles have gone over 2 field goals. Well, 2+ field goals. So I like all those odds kind of jumbled up together. And I think that the Bears are going to have to settle for some field goals in this one. I know they have Ben Johnson. They might do some tricky stuff. But I think Ben Johnson's also smart enough to take the points when he needs to. So, so I expect 2 field goals from the Bears. All right, Tyjae Spears on Sunday over 2.5 receptions. I just posted this on X like an hour ago because I saw it, but the juice was starting to go down fast. So PrizePicks has already bumped this up to 3. You should be able to still get it at 2.5 on Underdog or on Boom Fantasy, maybe some other sites. I didn't check every single site for a slightly reduced payout, but still good enough to count as a best bet. So it will not be a lean. He is over in all games this season except one, which was his first game. So I like the hit rate. I'm not really sure why they gave us this line. I mean, obviously the Titans are not a good team, and so every matchup is really considered a tough matchup for them. But he's been able to consistently do this. So I just wasn't sure why we were getting the line. So I took it. All right, Nick Folk and Zane Gonzalez together over 3.5 field goals made. On the left is Nick Folk's field goals. He has kick. He's over in 8 of 10 games. He also has 3 field goal games, and he has 1 in every single game. So we're not going to put up a goose egg here. Hopefully, I mean that's the idea. The Jets just kick a lot of field goals. Obviously, they have a hard time converting in the red zone. And then Zane Gonzalez Zane Gonzalez on the other side of that. He has only played 3 games, and he has made a field goal in every game. 1 in the first one, 2 in the second one, and 3 in the third one. So if we can just get 2 out of each here, I'm good with that. Or if one of them can put up 3, which they've shown that they can, maybe the other only puts up 1. These field goal props are obviously one of them worked out for us and one of them didn't this past week. And then I've already given you another one on the Bears kicker and now another one. Last year, I made a lot of money with field goal props, but I have not really been betting the kickers this year for one reason or another. And now I am. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. but there it is. There's the stats for you. Okay, Josh Allen over 266.5 pass plus rush yards. At first, I initially wanted to take over the 233.5 just pass yards, which I still like, but I ended up going in on the combo line. He's over in 4 out of the last 4 games, and what that tells me is it's time for Josh Allen to put on the Superman cape, to just be the everything for his team and get them, as far as they can go. They've probably lost the division at this point, but they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot at least. And so, yeah, I expect Josh Allen to play like a superhero, whatever that means. It means he's going to run. It means he's going to get the ball to whoever he has to get it to. So he's on the road here. A lot of quarterbacks have gone over in this spot against the Steelers. Only 2 quarterbacks have missed their line against the Steelers this year. But the combo line's a little different, right? Because it brings a little bit of a different element. I still like it. He was able to go over in the head-to-head that they played last season, and he's over 55% of the season so far this year. But like I said, 4 out of the last 4. So I like this one, and Josh Allen is our thumbnail for the day. This one's ugly. This chart is ugly, but RJ Harvey over 48.5 rush yards. We still are kind of getting an idea of what this backfield's going to look like with J.K. Dobbins on injured reserve. RJ Harvey obviously should be taking most of the snaps, but it's very clear from the last game that against the Chiefs that Jaleel McLaughlin will be involved. Now, they're both kind of pass-catching backs, and so I don't know if that means that RJ Harvey's vastly going to out-snap Jaleel McLaughlin. I think they'll probably be pretty close, like maybe 14 and 10, like 14 rush attempts, 10 rush attempts, depending on the game script, obviously. But he's already over in 2 games this season, so he can do it. But those were some kind of busting off some lucky runs, like big runs. I think we're getting 30 against the Chiefs. I think that he can get, that they're good run defense. I think he can get 50 to 70 against a normal team. So I did look up how our running backs have done against the Commanders. 10 out of 11 with at least 12 carries, which is where his line is set for rush attempts, went over this number against the Commanders. Most recently, DeAndre Swift had over 100. So, and he had Kyle Monangai right behind him, who only had like 20, but he's a good running back. And, DeAndre Swift was still able to go over 100. So I like this here. I'm not saying he's going to go over 100. I just think he'll get 50 to 70, and we cash this. All right, so those are the 5 best bets that I have for you right now. If I have anything else, they'll be in the pinned comment. Obviously, you guys know that I like the receptions in the first 2, like receiving yards in the first 2 receptions props, and those won't come out until the day of. So I probably will be adding some of those in the pinned comment. I'll also keep my eye on just other props in general that I might want to add in, and I will add those to the pinned comment as well. So if you want to get in for the cash prize giveaway for this video, go ahead and just make sure to subscribe, like the video, and then comment 2 out of these 5 best bets that you think are going to hit. And if they do hit, you'll be in for the cash prize giveaway with everybody else who also gets their picks correct. And we will do the cash prize video giveaway for the other video because I didn't get to it today. Sorry about that. Thanks, guys.